So I know I haven't been too much around YouTube, and I apologize for that. That's mainly because just didn't want to use my computer anymore because the audio sucks balls, and I didn't want to deal with that. But I've recently got this new phone, and I found my camera for that I used a long time ago, so I will use both of those things. This phone actually has storage on it, so I can film a video with it every now and then. So I just want to talk a little bit about this whole minimum wage thing. There's been a couple of states, I think one of them is Washington State, that decided to increase their minimum wage to $15 per hour. And I kind of want to comment on some of the things that are happening with that. Um, and talk about some of the repercussions and some of the consequences that will come with such a thing, and how I believe that while there should be a minimum wage, um, having a wage as high as that, I think it is for everyone. I think is a little high, and there are consequences with that. First of all, I do believe that everyone should have a livable wage. I do think that um, I do think that government programs such as SSI, welfare, unemployment, general assistance for housing, and stuff like that should they need to be reappropriated. I think that they need to be fixed in order to serve people, but serve the right people, serve the people who are struggling and really need help, such as a woman with 5 kids who's trying to make her way in the world, trying to feed her kids, and has 2 or 3 jobs, and still can't you know make ends meet. That is one of those kinds of things. Or simply somebody who is trying their hardest to find a job and just can't find one, for whatever reason, and specifically not felons. Um, so I think that there are programs like that need to be reappropriated and fixed, if that's possible. And I think that and with Trump and with this new administration, I do believe that there are good and bad things with him and his administration. That's a different matter, though. However, I think that everybody has the right to have a livable wage. Everybody has the right to be able to live, be able to have those basic human rights of to live and to be happy and to be safe and be housed and have food and have water. I think those are basic human needs that we all have a right to. Those are rights, not privileges. Um, and however, I don't think this minimum wage thing is the solution to it, because for one thing, I do think that by working and by staying with the company and by being consistent, being an overall good worker with whatever line of work you're in, that helps leaps and bounds. I think that some not all companies are great. I think some companies suck and don't compensate workers fairly and don't promote workers and stuff like that. That's also another issue. But I do believe in that. I also don't think that when I first started working, I made $7 per hour. That was about 10 years ago, and I've worked my way up. I don't make the most money now, but I mean, I make a good heck of more than I did then. Um, and I don't think that somebody who's 16, 17, starting out working should make $15 an hour. I don't think so. Um, so that's one thing. Another thing is I think that this whole thing would cause businesses and corporations to hire less people, to lay off more people, because it's costing them money. That's one problem. However, I do think corporations bigger corporations, even given these possible minimum wage hikes, they big corporations should still have enough money to pay their workers at that rate. Though I don't think that they will, given this, if this were to happen. So there's that problem too. Corporations and businesses are gonna employ workers less, and and jobs are gonna go down. That's one problem. Another problem is that the truth is that depending on what people are paid, the cost of living will go up if the wage goes up. So I think that that just kind of is economics. If a business is paying out more money to their workers, businesses paying more money to their workers is going to mean that the prices of that business for whatever they're selling or doing is going to go up too, because they're having to pay more to all of their workers, no matter if it's a lowly person who's doing a minimalist job to somebody who's higher up. It doesn't matter. They're going to have to be paid more. Therefore, they're going to have to charge more. The minimum wage going up is going to cause prices to go up. So I don't think that's going to take us anywhere. I think that we should all have those rights, but I don't think this minimum wage thing is the right way to go about it. And I think that the minimum wage should be above $9 per hour, but not at 15. Personally, so those are kind of some problems. There's some economic issues with that idea in itself, and especially with $15 per hour. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about this. I think there was one other thing I was going to say. I don't remember. Yeah, there's a lot of problems. There's problems with the whole idea. I'm kind of a moderate conservative myself, so I've kind of as I've worked the past 10 years, I've kind of gone more towards the right, and that happens because they take money from you and they bleed you dry, and that makes that makes you more of towards the right. So let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching.